Hello. I'm going to go over some functionality added in Vicinity 4.55, our June 2026 release. Specifically, this one is around proposed costs. Proposed costs is a method that we can run a cost rollup on your products, a theoretical cost rollup, but instead of using actual inventory costs, we're using costs that were provided by somebody, whether it be a supplier or your guesstimate of what costs might be 6 months from now. But it's a schedule or a list of item numbers and this new cost. And we can use those costs in a cost rollup to do kind of a pro forma what if type cost rollup. Specifically, it all kind of comes around the proposed cost entry. The challenge that we had is that people were importing certain raw materials, but then would have to run the entire cost rollup to be able to see what was impacted. This release allows you to import a proposed cost and only run a cost rollup on those items that have those ingredients included in their structure, in their formula or a child structure below it, an intermediate, if you will. So let me walk you through that process. So proposed costs, if you haven't used it, it's a great tool, especially in times of volatile pricing like we're in right now. What we're able to do is create as many proposed cost schedules as you want. I'm just going to pick up one here for Randy's 6 month just as a demo. Specifically, what we're looking at is this grid down here. This will be a list of ingredients that you're having a cost. The system will pick up the Vicinity standard cost, Vicinity last cost, and the dynamics, say Great Plains, Business Central, Solomon, Navision, whatever the cost is in inventory. And then this is the proposed cost that we're talking about. This is the new cost, the one that you're wanting to analyze. So there are a number of ways to get items into a proposed cost. This isn't new, but what I'm going to do is use the import function. So there's an import out here, and my customer our supplier was nice enough to provide me a projection on what their costs are going to be to me over the next few months. And all they did was give me an Excel spreadsheet where the columns are the item number and the new cost, and then the rows are each of the items. So that's what you're looking at here. So these are the raw material items I buy from that supplier. And here are their new costs for me to be looking at. Now, from right here, I can save this and then use it in a cost rollup if I'd like to on the cost rollup screen, or I can do it right from here. So what it's going to do is queue up a cost rollup for any item that you manufacture that uses any of these items, whether it be packaging or raw materials in their product structure. Now, this is just bringing up part of the cost rollup dialog box. If you recall, on the cost rollup, you're going to have some filtering and things like that run from this formula or this item, etc. We've already figured that out because we're running from the proposed cost entry, so it knows the items to be running. Then the questions come down to, you just want to print out or you want to update, and in this case, you could update financial, you could update Vicinity, etc. So I'm just going to stay with print, and I'm going to go ahead and let it use its costs. It already knows what proposed cost to use because we came from that. So we don't have to define what proposed cost you want to use because we already know that's what you're going to be doing. And then if we're running a long time, we can actually set this number of rollups to a smaller number so it'll come back faster. But as you start getting more comfortable with how many items you're working with, etc., you can increase this number. We also have the ability to run it to different report structures. That's not new to this release. Just know that you can have a different format for proposed costs versus, say, your actual rollups. From here, I can look at things either in summary or detail and deal with yield or not, and I can also save the rollup. And I'm just going to call this rollup Randy 6 month as an example. A projection, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and run it in summary first, and then we can look at it in details. And it'll go ahead and save the results in that structure for me. So the system will go out, do its roll, and then come back for me. I ran this in summary, so you're seeing one line per item that is impacted by any of the raw materials that were imported. So these are the 5 items that have a price change or have ingredients included in their product structure. And then here's the new cost associated with units of measure, etc. Now I can take that in a more detailed fashion and just run it with my roll-up details, and you can see it persisted my roll-up name. In this case, what it'll do is doing the exact same math behind the scenes, but the report coming back is in more detail. So now I can look at this multi-levels down. This is a multi-level formula that I'm on right now. I still got my summaries of my materials and costs and additional costs and labor and things like that. So that is the cost roll-up triggered from the proposed cost entry screen. Know that because I saved this, I'm also able to go see these results in Vicinity View, more specifically under Reports, Product Development, and Historic Cost Rollup. And if I sort or group by name, there's that 6-month projected, and here are these items. So now I can do some querying, export to Excel, do whatever I need. But it's also keeping my other items that I did on other analysis previously. So you may want to date your report name rather than just more descriptive as I did. Anyway, we hope that helps. Again, it's an example of something that a client brought to us and how we might be able to help their day and make their cost roll-ups go a little easier. Thanks a lot and have a great day.